Before you begin, have the course outline of record (COR) PDF ready to upload and use for reference. Note, all information in the Chancellor's Office Curriculum Inventory System (COCI) must be identical to the COR, the Student Information System, and the College Catalog for MIS and accreditation purposes. See MIS Data Submission Timeline from the California Community College's Chancellor's Office. Select Create New Course. Select the college institution's name. The full course title must be identical to the COR and all other relatable documents. The taxonomy of programs, top code, is locally determined. Top codes with an asterisk represents Career Technical Education (CTE) curriculum, and top codes without asterisks represent, you guessed it, non-CTE top codes. For the credit status, select non-credit because you're listening to the colleges submit non-credit courses into COCI. Haha. Be sure to save the proposal as you go. Enter the department name and number. The catalog description can be copied and pasted in this section, but it's good practice to not carry over any funny formatting or just type it in. Upload the COR. The COR effective start date can be the first day of instruction of the catalog year, follow local policy in determining the start date, and align with the catalog year. For new and revision submissions, use the original or first date of the board approval. For revised courses, if the original date is unknown, provide the most accurate estimated date possible. Follow local policy in determining the date. Click on the Save button, and you're halfway there. We're on the Detail tab now. All non-credit curriculum are non-transferable, so C is selected for transfer status. Basic skills courses have been designated as such by the district pursuant to the provisions of Title V, Section 55,035. Short-term vocational, high employment, or workforce preparation are not basic skills. This course is not basic skills, so N is selected here. The Student Accountability Model, SAM code, correlates with the top code. If the top code is non-CTE, then E for non-occupational should be selected. All CTE top codes correlates to SAM codes A for apprenticeship, B for advanced occupational, C for clearly occupational, or D for possibly occupational. It's best for faculty to work with the dean and discuss top and SAM codes. The course being submitted here is clearly occupational, so we'll select C here. Work experience education may include paid or unpaid employment, full or part-time employment, and may be structured as separate credit or non-credit classes or integrated as a component of a course. Select J for Workforce Preparation Curriculum or K for ESL, Elementary and Secondary Basic Skills, or Short-Term Vocational Curriculum. Here's the thing, all career development and college preparation, CDCP, are either Workforce Preparation Enhanced Funding J or other non-credit enhanced funding K. If the course classification status is J or K, then it's enhanced and is one of the associated courses in a program. All other non-credit curriculum that are immigrant education, health and safety, substantial disabilities, parenting, home economics, or courses for older adults are standalone non-credit courses. This means it is not enhanced funded and cannot be a certificate of completion or certificate of competency. All non-enhanced funded curriculum are not associated to a non-credit program. This course is short-term vocational, so we're selecting K here. This course is not approved special class. This isn't a basic skills course, so why not applicable? Oh, did you know? The Management Information System Data Element Dictionary for Integrity Check is a great resource. You can get all sorts of information on all CB values. Okay, sorry, got a little sidetracked. Moving on to the non-credit category. For this course, the non-credit category is I for short-term vocational funding agency category. Is the Chancellor's Office Workforce and Economic Development Grant being used to fully or partially develop a course and/or curriculum? All CDCP are program applicable as it includes a sequence of courses leading to a certificate. If it's standalone, meaning it's not CDCP and not part of a program, select 2. This course is part of a program, so we're selecting 1. This course is not associated with another degree applicable course for the purpose of providing the support necessary to complete the associated course and is definitely not an upper division course. Hit that Save button on the bottom right and let's move on to the last tab, Units and Hours. Yay! There's a lot you need for the Units and Hours tab. Takes about 5 minutes. Just kidding. The total hours include lecture and laboratory hours combined. Enter the same hours for both minimum and maximum if there isn't a range. Contact hours indicate regularly scheduled hours of instruction that are required for a student to achieve the course objectives, sufficiently covering the course scope and breadth of topic. This does not include out-of-class/homework hours. Save, save, save. The Transfer and Articulation tab is not applicable, so you're done. The Submit button is towards the bottom left. Submit the proposal and do the happy dance.
Wait, hold on there. Before you get too excited and hit the Submit button, be sure to go back to each tab and make sure all required fields are complete. Then submit. Your state reviewer has it in their queue now. Thanks for watching.